Yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Psychonaut back at it with another banger. Today we're going to be talking about my first time trying 2C-B. Now before we get into this video, I just want to quickly mention this video is strictly for educational purposes only. I do not condone the use or sale of drugs, and if you're not over 18 then respectfully click off my channel. But anyways, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so for a little bit of context, this trip was about 2 to 3 weeks ago, so you know my memories on it, you know, might be a bit hazy. Nonetheless though, I'd bought the pill that I bought came in a grey Pepe the Frog sort of style. So pretty weird, but it is what it is. It was a pressed pill and it was advertised as being 25 milligrams. However, some of you may or may not know, unfortunately 2C-B is quite commonly underdosed most of the time. So like, unless you have it in say powdered form, you will most likely not receive the true advertised amount, and that's not the chemist's fault. It's just quite hard to estimate how much 2C-B you really have, especially in a pill. Now with that being said, I would estimate my pill to actually be about 10 to 15 milligrams, give or take. So you know, that's quite a low dose. Well, it's most commonly known as a common dose, but it is what it is. So anyways, after swallowing the pill with a little bit of water, nothing much happened for the first 20 to 30 minutes, which is to be expected. That's usually how long it takes for me to come up. But it was only until I reached the 40-minute mark when I finally began to feel it. Now, it was very subtle at first. It didn't give me the same headspace as, say, acid or, you know, the negative thoughts. And I was still surprisingly in touch with my body. Like I was sober, but I also wasn't sober. Now, when I began to peak, it wasn't really anything special. You know, I experienced a bit of strobing, you know, very, very mild case of walls melting and breathing, but nothing else other than that. Now, I did read online somewhere that if you mix the ZAR with 2C-B, it will actually help to intensify the effects that are already there. And so this is where I can truly say the trip began. So I hopped on call with my boy, I rolled up a doobie and I smoked half of it, and at first I didn't really feel anything. However, once I'd put the joint down and actually stood up and took a few steps, it just hit me like a train. Now at this point I'm kind of taken aback at how hard it had hit me, but I was able to quickly soothe into it. Because I remember this, I was chiefing the fuck out of a cigarette, and the nicotine helped me to calm down, which helped me to soothe into the high. You know, it was a very, very intense psychedelic experience. I felt I had a bit of gurning, and to be honest, it was very weird. It wasn't anything as to what I expected, you know. Yeah, it didn't really feel the best. It was intense, it was psychedelic, but to be honest, I'd much rather drop a whole tab of acid or, you know, eat a couple shrooms. I feel like, especially for the fact that I paid £20 for one pill, because obviously 2C-B is kind of rare, so it's fair pricing, but still could have got a free 5 of Stardog with that. But yeah, I just want to quickly mention I am not a professional or a medical professional, so do your own research on these topics, and stay safe. These are psychedelics can be very powerful and can actually be very helpful, but they can also be the polar opposite and actually ruin your life. So please do your own research when it comes to experimenting with anything psychedelic, or really any substance of that matter, because the last thing you want is to fry your brain. because it can do that. I'm not the type that's gonna just sit here and say, oh yeah, you know, psychedelics completely safe. If there's risk involved, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that was my personal experience trying 2C-B. Would I recommend it? To be honest, I would recommend it, but I wouldn't expect much from it. It's definitely a pretty fun psychedelic to experiment with, but to be honest, you know, I didn't really feel much until I smoked the Zoot. So like, you kind of have to have weed if you're really trying to experience the full effects. But hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay trippy, stay safe. Peace.